Hi guys, today is March 16, 2021. Aaron is having geography class with Alex Duncan. What rank are you, baby?
I don't think by restricting access to
17th,
the
I
reefs
think.
is a key
Out of?
answer. It's
I don't know,
not,
20.
even though it's wrong in this instance, it is one way that they're trying to.
Out of 20, you're 17?
It's not the scientists that are doing that.
This is not 20th.
So I
Oh, out of
understood
18. At least I'm not 18.
17 out of 18.
Yeah, but at least I'm not 18.
44% only on these two. Now, we haven't necessarily covered this. What the difference between a fringing reef, an atoll, and a barrier reef? Do we know those? Okay. That's a good thing.
You have to read more, baby.
So there's a fringing
Look
reef,
at documentary.
atoll reef is a thing, and a barrier reef is a thing.
What is that?
Along the shoreline is a
Who's the
fringing
first?
reef.
You don't know who's the first?
Barrier is a bit further out.
Mace machine.
Atoll
I know who is
I don't know.
Mace
is
Machine
kind of
exactly.
circular.
God.
Yeah, lagoon is a barrier reef. Okay, so we're going to have a look at those now. And this last one. Who causes? The clue is in the question. Who? Humans. Boats do cause a bit of a problem, but who drives boats?
Do you like geography, baby? Do you like the subject?
Yep.
23%. What is coral bleaching?
Aaron.
Yeah, see when the coral gets sick, does coral really get sick? Definitely loses its colour, that's probably what everyone wrote. It loses its colour, or the
No, they do
zooxanthellae
revision.
doesn't turn white, it just disappears. So zooxanthellae is algae, it's when that disappears, it doesn't turn white.
Can you hear?
I can understand that answer, when the coral gets sick and loses its colour, I understand that. But it's simply just when it dies, that's what it bleaches. So it's almost the most simple answer. Okay? But zooxanthellae doesn't lose its colour.
This thing is
Zooxanthellae
alphabetical
just disappears.
number or what?
Just leaves.
Alphabetical.
Okay. Alright.
What do you mean?
Good.
This one.
So there's a few little. I'm glad we did that because
Where?
maybe we're a little bit better off.
What is
So
here
now, probably a good idea to have a look at the types of reef. Okay, the types of coral reef. And there are three main types. And they are atolls, coral reefs, and barrier reefs. Wait, what's that?
I'm gonna turn up the volume. Sorry.
This looks good. Okay,
Yeah, now we can hear.
so that picture there hopefully will help us. Why have they
What's
got a
that?
volcano there? What's the link between reefs and volcanoes? Anyone remember that?
Warm temperatures.
Say it then.
Is there anywhere in the world that you get reefs apart from tropical environments? Why might there be reefs, coral reefs, near a volcanic island, even if the water is cooler?
They're cool.
Remember on the map that we saw at the very beginning, there were some odd ones out. There were some reefs, some coral reefs that were not. Remember this? Oh, sorry. Why is that not found? On this image, there are some locations for some coral reefs in the Southern Ocean. There were a few in the Atlantic Ocean to the north as well. Why can coral reef grow there? Could I give you any more clues apart from the last thing I showed you being a volcano and me now asking you a question? Because the water there is warmer than its surrounding water because there's some heat coming out from vents that are little
From the
volcanic
volcano.
vents. So on the bottom of the ocean, sometimes there's just a little vent, it's like a tiny volcano, like this tall, like a little cone that just comes out, but it pumps out hot steam. Okay, so along the bottom of the ocean, and especially along the the gap, the ridge between two plates, there might be some volcanic activity. So these are potentially volcanic areas where the water is warmed up just around the volcano or the vents, and therefore it's constantly warm, which means coral can grow there. But the coral would not normally be allowed to grow there, be able to grow there, because the water surrounding that is actually very cold. So it's a unique mini ecosystem that can develop. Okay? So what type of reef are you more likely to find there? Well, because it's volcanic, you are more likely to find an atoll. Okay, an atoll, because that's one that's like circular. So it's got it's circular in shape, and it's around a volcanic vent. So often those ones that are in the cooler water are atoll reefs, because they are around volcanic vents. Okay, and you can see how things start. This is the picture I wanted. So often there. So a fringing reef will be the ones that just grow right next to the sea, next to the land. A barrier reef, there's a gap, and then an atoll is where that land has maybe disappeared a bit, and maybe that's because it was a volcano and it's a crater. Okay, so fringing is the reef that's closest to the land, so just offshore, so you could probably see it if you were stood on the land. Barrier reef, there's a big gap of water first, then there's the reef. That's probably just due to the rock structure, the landscape. And then an atoll is where there's not really much land. There used to be land there.
What?
Maybe it's sunk.
Do you understand? I'm not
Because it
paying
was a
attention.
volcano that's maybe been eroded. Maybe an old crater. So these ones tend to be out in the middle of the ocean somewhere. These are like the most mysterious ones. These ones are known about. These ones are definitely known about. These ones,
So
that
I'll see you
gap, that's full of
guys.
lagoon.